Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel, Kiara Creations. So I know y'all haven't seen her in a while, and I haven't seen her in a while either. I was like, girl, where have you been? But anyway, she got a new job and she can't wear long nails at work, so she had to come in for some shorties. I hadn't seen her in a while, so I guess she was, transitioning to another job or whatever. But yeah, so I've already put a clear coat of acrylic on her nail beds, and now I'm just going in, y'all, and I don't even know if I showed y'all what I was using, but that is not polish. Not sure what color it is, but so I just go in on the free edge of the nail, and I'm just putting my first layer down. Yeah, I encapsulated some snowflakes, so I wasn't trying to go too thick with the acrylic because I know I have to encapsulate. So, but anyway, y'all, this set, doing the prep and the acrylic and everything, oh yeah, her fingers looked terrible, like she had been biting on them or something. I don't know, but I'm speeding up the second hand because it's basically the same thing. I just wanted to let y'all see that I didn't nick her fingers. Her fingers were already nicked. I think she's been biting on them. I don't know if she's been having stress or whatever, but I know it's a lot of nail biters, and when they get their nails done, it helps them to not bite so much on their nails. So yeah, I'm just going back in and I'm putting this acrylic on the free edge of the nail. And so I'm gonna let you guys watch this part, and I'll be back if I need to come in and say something. But look, y'all, I used the corner of my brush to get the cuticle because it just automatically makes it round, and it just gives it that perfect bead that it needs to sit right there, y'all. That's just the best way for me to do it, is just use the corner of the brush. And I know that nail is crooked, y'all. I seen it the whole time, even when after I glued the tip on there, I was like, that's crooked, but I'm gonna file it and it's gonna look perfectly fine. So anyways, you guys, I will be back if I need to come back in. All right, I'm gonna put some music in for y'all. All right, y'all. So I got my snowflakes. I just got these snowflakes in a haul. They just came in right on time. She wanted snowflakes, so I let her look at all the colors, and she wanted red and white. So I did the snowflakes on some of her nails, and then the other ones, I don't know, I think I did snowflakes on all of them, but I did do Frenchies on some of them too. And I'm just using the Young Nails clear, and I'm just putting a little bit of clear on there and then putting the snowflake and just going to the next nail. I might put a little bit on the side, a little bit on top, just enough to where it will sit there and dry. So that's what I'm going to do on this hand. I just put a little acrylic, and then I just put the snowflake right there. Those things they're not like that easy to, you can bend them, but I wasn't finna sit there and bend them all. So I don't really ever bend like anything that I encapsulate. All I do is I just put it all in there and I encapsulate it, and I just make sure that I encapsulate it enough to when I go in and file, it doesn't like file off any of the whatever, is in there that I have to encapsulate. And like, even if it does, okay, I'm making sure the main part of the snowflake is in there. So even when I went back in, when I went in and filed, it did like clip off some of the edges of the snowflake on maybe like one or two nails, just like barely a piece, like barely. And you cannot even tell, like you can't tell. I'd rather just do it like that than have to, it's just faster to me to just encapsulate it and then just file it. And if it takes some off, then it just takes a little bit off, but it's not terrible to where, you can really see. And y'all already know I do thin layers of clear, and that Young Nails clear, it's fast drying. So this didn't really take as long as it seems like. I'm just going from one nail to the next nail until it's built up to the thickness that I want it to be at. One last thing that I was saying earlier that I stopped saying because she was bleeding. So when you're pulling out your tips, okay, your client's hands are going to be facing you. because this used to slow me down a lot, y'all. So when you're pulling the tips out and you're basically setting them all out, make sure that you're setting them in the order that you see her hands. So don't set the thumb over there by the pinky and then the pinky over by the thumb. Just set the thumb where the thumb is facing you and then go out that way, because I don't look for each nail. I just pick up a tip and then, try to size like the ring finger, the middle finger, the pointer finger, and then, something close. I don't like look at the pinky and then just try to find the pinky until I find the pinky, if that makes sense. Okay, y'all. So one thing that I don't know how long I've learned this, but I will say that I don't think I've talked about it. I think I've known it for a minute, but I haven't really talked about it. And I was watching someone else's channel and she was talking about, excuse me, y'all, she was talking about the filing. Okay, as a beginner, when I first used to see people go around the cuticle area, and this might not be for everyone, but I didn't know that they had it sped up. They had it pretty much sped up to where it just looked normal to me. So I thought they was like literally going around the cuticle area really fast. Usually the first thing I do is just go around the cuticles, seal the cuticles, because I always go back in with another cuticle bit that's smaller than this one and just get that really clean seal on there. I don't think I showed it, but I always go in the cuticles twice. But I start with the cuticles. But look, y'all, I'm just going really slow around the cuticle, and I don't think I had my speed up that high. I probably had my speed at like a 6 or a 7, and I just take my time going around the cuticle area. And that is a fine bit. So just do that. Like, especially if you're a beginner, don't be scared. It's not gonna, hurt your client or you. And practice on yourself first, and you will see that it does not really hurt. And then after I finish with my cuticle, sealing the cuticle, then I pretty much just go in, especially with these short nails. I'm just going in on the sides. I'm going to fix that right there. You're not even going to be able to tell that it's crooked. And I just go in on the sides and then on the free edge and on top of the nail. And, it doesn't really take me that long to file, because I can just basically pinpoint the areas that I see that need to be filed. And, really the only thing with this, the application was really good, but the only thing with this is I just had to get some of the bulk down and smooth it out from encapsulating those snowflakes. So, but it didn't really take that long. Like I said, this set took me an hour. We're going to talk about why it took me 2 hours in a minute, but it only took me an hour. This part, when I finished this, I was like, Alexa, what time is it? And it was only an hour in. I'm talking about from prep to this part. I was like, on this part, I was like, Alexa, what time is it? And it was an hour. It only took me an hour. So anyway, when you get your application smooth, when you just take your time with your application, and it doesn't take you very long to file at all. And that's gonna help with your time. I didn't show like the prep or anything like that, but what I do on prep to help my time go faster is I just get out all the tips and I measure her fingers first, and I just get all her tips out. And then when I get the tips out, then I go ahead and prep the nail bed, and then glue the tips on and then do my dehydrator and all that. So yeah, it doesn't really take that long if you just get all the tips out and not just like try to do it one by one. Just get them all out and have them set right there. And yeah, so like however their hand is facing you too, like line up the tips. I'm trying to show y'all. Oh yeah, look, she went in the bathroom and washed her hand, y'all, and she came back bleeding where she had already nicked herself, and so I think she had scrubbed a little bit too hard. But look, y'all, you just got to get some of that stop the bleeding solution, and then just hold it. I just put a little bit on a napkin and then just held it on her finger for about 5 seconds, and it completely stopped bleeding. So yeah, you definitely need that if you take clients, because some people will bleed and then they'll just bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed, and you can't get them to stop bleeding. So anyway, I was done, y'all. I was done. Until this part, it only took me an hour. Everything. It took me an hour. When I got on these Frenchies, honey, it took me an extra hour. So it actually took me 2 hours. This speeding up stuff will have you fooled, because it looks like I threw these Frenchies on right now with no problem at all whatsoever. But this took me a little minute, y'all. It took me a little minute. And it took me to finish all of this, to get the Frenchies and then do the top coat and, finish it off. It took me a whole extra hour. I don't know how. I don't know. I haven't practiced my Frenchies in a very long time. Like, I haven't done Frenchies. I've done them on me, on my, my non-dominant hand, but I haven't really practiced them. So what I did after I was done, the set still didn't take that long. It was 2 hours. Way better than what it used to take me, y'all. It used to take me like 5 hours to do a set. So anyway, as you can see, I was like doing different techniques on every single nail, trying to figure out which way is going to be faster. So anyway, I was so frustrated. Not really frustrated, but I was just like, dang. When I got through with the set, I went and practiced my Frenchies for an hour, y'all. And I think I got it down now. Because one thing about me, if I practice, once I get something, like, I get it. Like, I just got to do it. And once I get it, like, I get it. And when I get it, I just get it. And I really don't need to practice it anymore. I just need to figure out, like, the best way to do it. So one thing, well, this video is about over, y'all. This video is about over. But yeah, thank you all for watching. If you've made it to the end of this video, put a snowflake and a white heart in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video, or I will see y'all in your video. Yeah, as you guys can see, I just started, lining the bottom. I was done with the Frenchies. Y'all, this sped up stuff will have somebody fooled. I'm telling you, because it looks like I just threw those Frenchies on, honey. That was not the case, okay? That was not the case. But I think I got them down now. All right, y'all. See you in the next one. Bye.